This movie has reached 25 years. Wow. The first time it actually came out, it was back in 1999, and this was at a time when I was in high school. At that time, nobody didn't think that this film was going to be big. We had movies such as Episode 1 of Star Wars, Being John Malkovich, Sleepy Hollow, and Fight Club that were out. So, my question for you is, why was this movie so special?
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
For one, I think it was actually the cast. Never has a film been this big with three major stars like this before. We have Lawrence Fishburne, Keanu Reeves, and Carrie-Anne Moss. There was also Joey Pantoliano, who plays Cypher, as well as Hugo Weaving, who plays Agent Smith. The special effects were new and had never been seen before up until this time. Bullet time was actually a new concept that was brought within Hollywood, and not only that, but there were comedy spoofs that ended up using this same concept as well. This movie gave people a reason to actually see films within 1999. The soundtrack played a huge part as well. Just as Neo was getting ready to take off and fly, Rage Against the Machine's Wake Up ends up playing. This was very important, especially at the end, because this part of the movie made a statement, and I'm not saying a small statement, but a huge statement. There was also other people that were on the soundtrack as well, including Marilyn Manson and of course Rob Zombie. I can say that one other thing happened during the time that The Matrix came out. When the PlayStation 2 first arrived, it was actually a sold out console. So that meant that if you didn't pre-order or you didn't get your hands on one, you actually had to wait until more came in as part of the shipment. Now during this time, their lineup wasn't that big as far as video game selection, but most people, they either picked up SSX, the snowboarding game, Madden, the football game, or they ended up pretty much picking up the Matrix DVD. So if you weren't doing one of those three things, either playing SSX, playing Madden, or watching Matrix, then you really wasn't living life. I was very fortunate enough and lucky to obtain a PlayStation 2 at the time that it came out, and I also had SSX, and of course I had the Matrix. So between those two, I was actually either playing the snowboarding game or I was watching the Matrix. And I feel like this was kind of that year that people were really watching The Matrix the most on DVD as well. I do remember a long time ago when Matrix Reloaded came out, I actually saw it twice. First time I seen it alone, second time took my dad to see it. And then that same year I actually saw Matrix Revolutions, and I just saw that one time. But other than that, this was quite the experience. It was one night only, 25th anniversary, and truly this was something that was special, especially for the fans. I can say it's definitely something that I will never ever forget.